Here's how most people make a short-form video. You spend 20 minutes writing a script, another 30 sourcing footage, half of it watermarked, the good stuff behind a subscription. Then you record or synthesize a voiceover, then you manually sync it. Then subtitles, typed out line by line, timed by hand. Then music, then export. Then you realize the aspect ratio is wrong. 2 hours, one 60-second video. Now multiply that by the 5 videos a week you need to stay relevant on TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts. What if you typed a topic, the psychology of money, hit generate, walked away, and came back to a finished, subtitled, voiced, scored, HD short video ready to upload? That's MoneyPrinterTurbo. It has 66,000 GitHub stars, 9,600 forks, 31 contributors, and it runs entirely on your own machine. Free, open source. No subscription, no per video fee, no watermark. Let's break it down.
Today, we're unpacking something absolutely wild, a GitHub open source project called MoneyPrinterTurbo. Now, if you've ever wanted to seriously scale up your content creation, but felt totally bogged down by the sheer amount of manual labor involved, the scripting, finding the footage, doing the voiceovers, the endless editing, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's dive right into this. I really want you to look at this powerful tool as your very own, highly customizable digital factory for automated content creation.
Look at the core promise of this repository. Generate short videos with one click using AI LLM. I know, right? It sounds almost too good to be true. But as you'll see today, through a really clever combination of large language models, text-to-speech engines, and automated video editing scripts, this thing actually delivers on that promise. It literally takes the heavy lifting out of content production and lets you focus purely on your ideas.
So here's our setup to success roadmap for today. 1. One-click AI generation. 2. Deploying with Docker versus Colab. 3. Cloning and configuration. 4. Switching AI providers. And 5. Customizing subtitles and music. Let's get right into it. Section 1. One-click AI generation, the automated assembly line.
I really want you to think of this software as an automated assembly line, where you are the factory supervisor. You just provide the raw material, literally a simple text topic or a keyword. From there, MoneyPrinterTurbo's MVC architecture completely takes over. It automatically reaches out to an AI model to write the script. Then it generates an AI voiceover. Simultaneously, it scrapes copyright-free HD video footage to match your topic. It layers on the customizable subtitles and background music, and finally, renders the whole thing into a single HD video. Oh, and it fully supports both English and Chinese content creation right out of the box. It is a complete end-to-end pipeline.
And it's not a one-trick pony either. This automated pipeline builds out highly versatile output formats. You aren't just locked into one single style. You can automatically generate portrait videos, that's the 9:16 aspect ratio at 1080 by 1920 pixels, which is absolutely perfect for modern short-form mobile platforms. Or, if you're targeting traditional web players, you can generate landscape videos at the classic 1619 1920 by 1080 resolution. The system just handles the scaling and cropping of the background footage automatically based on what you choose.
Moving on to Section 2, Deploying, Docker versus Colab.
All right, so the crucial point here is choosing exactly how you want to run your digital factory. For our technical learners out there, you've got a couple of main pathways. On one hand, we have local Docker deployment. This is fantastic because it gives you complete environment isolation, meaning it's not going to mess with any other Python projects you've got running on your machine. You literally just need Docker Desktop installed, and you launch it using the simple Docker Compose Up command. On the other hand, we have Google Colab. This is definitely the path of least resistance. It requires zero local environment setup. You just click the link provided in their documentation and it executes rapidly right there in the cloud.
So it boils down to this. Choose Docker for isolated local control if you really want to manage your own hardware and keep files securely on your desk. Or choose Google Colab for a frictionless, immediate start if you just want to test the waters without installing a single thing. For the rest of this explainer, we're going to focus on what you need to do if you decide to take control and run this locally.
Which brings us to Section 3, Cloning and Configuration.
If you're deploying this on your own machine, you're going to follow a really straightforward 3-step chronological workflow. Step 1. Clone the MoneyPrinterTurbo repository to your local machine using Git. Step 2. Navigate into that folder, find the file named config.example.toml, copy it, and rename that copy to simply config.toml. Step 3. Open up that new config.toml file in any text editor to add your specific API keys.
You can think of this configuration file as the brain of your operation. It tells the software exactly which services it's actually allowed to talk to.
Now listen up, because there are a few absolutely crucial configuration tips that are going to save you hours of troubleshooting. First off, avoid using any Chinese characters, special characters, or spaces in your installation path. Just keep the folder path simple to prevent unpredictable errors when the program tries to save your video files. Next, you have to configure the Pexels API keys in your config file. This is exactly how the system pulls in that high-quality, copyright-free HD background footage we talked about. You'll also need to set your LLM provider to define which AI is going to write your scripts. And finally, if you happen to be in a region that requires a VPN to access certain AI APIs, make sure your VPN is set to global traffic mode. Otherwise, the back-end scripts might fail to connect.
Section 4. Switching AI providers. One of the absolute coolest features of MoneyPrinterTurbo is its sheer flexibility. You're not locked into one single AI brain. Check this out. If you want top-tier global cloud models, you can plug in OpenAI, Google Gemini, or Azure. If you're a user in China and want to completely avoid VPN configurations, the developers actually highly recommend using DeepSeek or Moonshot. They're accessible directly, and they often provide free registration credits, which is obviously incredibly cost-effective. Or hey, if you want total privacy and happen to have a beefy computer, you can point the system to open-source local models like Llama.
So, remember this core takeaway. You are the manager of this factory. By simply changing one single line, the LM provider variable in your config file, you have complete freedom to swap the AI machinery at any time. If OpenAI goes down, just swap to Gemini. If you want to save some cash, swap to a local Llama instance. The software seamlessly adapts and keeps your assembly line humming along.
And finally, Section 5. Customizing subtitles and music.
MoneyPrinterTurbo gives you two distinct ways to generate your subtitles. First up is Edge Mode. This is your default setting. It's incredibly fast, and it doesn't require a powerful graphics card at all because it relies on Edge Cloud services. Now, the slight trade-off here is that occasionally the synchronization or translation quality might vary just a bit, but for sheer speed and ease of use, it's fantastic.
The alternative is Whisper Mode. This uses OpenAI's Whisper model completely locally on your machine. Now, it's a bit slower to process, and you really want a capable GPU with good VRAM for this one. However, it's a highly reliable local generation method. If you notice the Edge mode is making mistakes with complex vocabulary or jargon, you just switch your config file over to Whisper for maximum accuracy.
But keep this number in your head, 3. If you choose the Whisper mode, you're going to have to download the Whisper Large v3 model file from Hugging Face directly to your local machine. That file is roughly 3 GB in size. You just drop it into the specific models directory inside the repository. And don't worry, the source documentation provides alternative download links if you ever have trouble accessing Hugging Face directly.
Okay, let's talk aesthetics. The system offers some seriously amazing advanced creative customization. Right through the web interface or API, you can precisely tweak your subtitle font, position, color, and size. You can even apply custom border stroke effects so your text really pops against complex, busy backgrounds. You can fine-tune the background music volume so it doesn't overpower your AI voice, and here is my absolute favorite part. The whole thing is completely modular. You can drop your own custom TTF font files right into the Resource Fonts directory. You have a specific aesthetic for your channel? Just add the font. Have specific copyright-free music you prefer? Drop those audio tracks straight into the Resource Songs folder and the system will pull them in.
So why does all this matter? Well, because while automation gives you speed, customization is what actually gives you a brand identity. Small adjustments to your fonts, tweaking those border effects, carefully balancing your background volume, these are the real secrets to turning a kind of sterile automated clip into a professional masterpiece that actually engages your viewers. Taking just 5 minutes to configure your resource folders really makes all the difference in the world.
We've covered the complete workflow today, from understanding that one-click assembly line and deploying via Docker, all the way to swapping AI models and tweaking those subtitle borders for that final professional finish. It really is a brilliant piece of open source engineering. So I'll leave you with this final thought. What text, topic, or keyword will you use to generate your first automated video? Think about a concept you've always wanted to explain but never had the time to manually edit. With MoneyPrinterTurbo, that barrier is completely gone. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy creating.
If you want to try it right now with zero setup, README link is below. If you want more breakdowns like this open source tools real problems with honest assessments of where they fall short, subscribe. I cover one every week.